Titanic.
Oh, here
the
we
old
go.
one from the 40s or 50s.
Oh, there's a
40s or
famous
50s.
movie back then.
But
You're talking
long
about that
before,
one.
Yeah, long before the one they did in '98 with Leonardo.
Yeah, that's
DiCaprio.
a very famous movie.
This one, there's a scene he says in the movie where you see the smokestacks of the ship, and when it's leaving Liverpool or wherever it was,
Yeah.
in the harbor.
Northampton.
He says, and even when it was shot, there was television. People had put up TV antennas, and if you watch carefully, there's a scene where there's a rooftop TV antenna in this town that shouldn't have been there.
Which would have been in 1912, yeah.
But and then when I went back and watched the movie, I saw, oh yeah, there it is.
There it
It's
is.
faint. You had to be looking for it.
Yeah.
But he knew it was there.
Yeah, that one movie is very famous from back then.
Yes. A Night to Remember, I think.
That's it. That's the name of it. A Night to Remember.
It was in black and white, and I think it was in like the late 40s, early 50s.
So what's your favorite movie?
My favorite.
I'm hoping you hit one of
movie,
mine. But go ahead. There's the obvious choice.
Like Star Wars.
No, I hate Star Wars.
Do you hate Star
I've
Wars?
never even watched Star Wars.
All right.
I haven't seen it. I don't like it. No, there's only one. It starts with a W. Come on, it's easy.
Pink Panther.
No, I remember that one when I was a kid.
No, he likes Pink Panther.
No, The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one.
But what's your favorite?
But there's so many different. I was thinking of one that was really important, and in the '90s, Schindler's List.
Oh yeah, wow.
That was a fantastic movie.
Wow.
Other ones. I don't know. I can't.
Really?
There's so many of them.
John Wayne? Any John Waynes?
I was never a big fan of John Wayne.
No.
In fact,
Not a fan of his politics, but I'm a huge fan of him.
In fact, I never saw the movie The Green Beret until a month ago.
Well, they say that was
Memorial Day weekend.
that wasn't one of his better ones. They
It
said.
was on TV. That was a bad movie. It was
No,
a lot
it didn't do well.
Didn't show him off well as an actor.
I don't like him outside of westerns.
Right, and it was a propaganda film for the Vietnam.
But like McClintock, I love McClintock. You saw
I
and
saw
Kirk Douglas, War Wagon with Kirk Douglas.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Now I'll tell you, Patty and I, before we left, Son of the Pink Panther was on.
Oh my God.
So you know about that.
That was probably the second or third sequel to the original.
Yeah, this was in '93.
Oh, so this was much later.
Yeah.
Was Peter Sellers still alive in '93?
No.
That's what I thought.
But what really surprised me was, see, I love Herbert Lom. Now, you know Herbert Lom.
I remember the
That's
name.
the police commissioner that Peter Sellers constantly drives crazy.
The guy crazy.
Remember he's
Answer the phone.
yeah.
Keto, bring me the phone.
Yeah, well, he drives him crazy the way he talks.
Oh, yes.
But remember, he's in the castle and he's going to take over the world, and he's evaporating all the buildings.
Yeah.
And Clouseau has to dress up as a dentist to try to, you know what I'm talking about? It's that guy, Lom.
Okay. Yes.
Well, anyway, here I am, to my surprise, looking at this Son of the Panther. I don't remember having heard about the movie. And Herbert Lom is in it. I'm like, oh my God, Herbert Lom is in this movie? Because I thought I'd seen all the Herbert Lom movies, Pink Panther movies, of which there's like 3. Okay. But to my surprise, somebody I photographed is playing Clouseau's son, Robert Benigni.
Okay. The name sounds
Well,
familiar.
that should, because he did Life is Beautiful. You know Life is Beautiful.
Yes.
Won like every award possible.
Yes.
But anyway, that was really good. That was a really good, from what I saw of it.
Yeah.
Well, tell me something else you like.
Oh, something.
Not nothing serious
well,
though.
Yeah. Well, a very good movie I saw recently that I think won an Academy Award a couple years ago, and I had skipped over it. I just never got around to watching it.
Yeah.
And it happened to be at the Red Box one night. I rented it. So I remember this movie. It was Gone Girl. G-O-N.
I've heard of that, but I don't remember it.
It is a fantastic movie.
Really?
And I'm not going to tell you anything about the plot because you've got to watch it from beginning to end.
Is it a
Ben
comedy or?
No, it's a drama. Ben Affleck.
Oh, okay.
And the basic premise is he comes home and his wife is missing. And I'm not going to say anything
All right.
more because it's not what you think,
All right.
but it's very intriguing.
All right.
Very good plot.
All right. What about let's say the Goodbye Girl?
Goodbye Girl. Yeah, that was all right.
Just thought.
I tend to like more dramatic.
Yeah, I don't like too
and-
much in the
yeah,
drama.
drama.
I like
I like drama, science fiction.
romantic comedy. I like that.
Yeah.
No.
I consider those chick flicks.
Romantic comedy.
Romantic comedy, yeah. It's not too much. I like action adventure,
Yeah.
science fiction, good dramas, some comedies.
Action adventure. I'm
yeah.
trying to think of a good action adventure. I'm like,
I used to love the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, all the
I don't
Terminator
watch them.
series
Nah.
and all this stuff.
all right, let's go on to music. What's your favorite music?
Well, probably my favorite band, at least going back in the 60s and 70s, was the Moody Blues.
Okay.
I love that.
How about America?
America, I've got several of their albums.
Yeah.
Seals and Crofts.
Oh, Seals and
Love that,
Crofts.
yeah. I got about 6 of their
Yeah,
albums.
now we're talking.
I saw them in concert.
Now
one
you're
time.
talking to Seals and Crofts.
I like.
How about England Dan and John Ford Cole?
Yeah, they were related. The other groups I like, a lot of the 70s, Pure Prairie League,
Yeah.
Poco.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Maybe the most underrated musician / writer. Well, she's definitely in the top 10 of most underrated. Laura Nyro.
Oh yeah,
You familiar with her at all?
I'm a little familiar with her.
Yeah.
Probably heard 1 or 2 of her songs.
Yeah,
but it's
she's
not
she's something.
Oh, I know she's big.
And I'll tell you somebody else that's really, really good. People don't really know. He had one hit, and people, well, that's a nice song. No, he's got really great songs. Bob Lind.
Yeah.
You may wake up some morning, that elusive butterfly love. It's a nice song,
yeah.
but he has some other stuff that's just. You know that?
No.
You should look him up on
doesn't ring
YouTube.
a
Bob Lind.
bell.
Like after you get your YouTube account,
Yeah. Okay.
which is free.
Yes. Got it. Let's think some other bands. Believe it or not, I like Madonna.
A couple songs.
Yeah, more than there was an album she did called Ray of Light in 1998, which is one of her best
Yeah.
albums. A lot of good stuff.
I mean, Madonna was sorry.
There was a singer. You ever watch America's Got Talent?
Yeah, what we watched? That's the one we watched.
A few years ago, they had a woman on there. Emily West is her name. She was one of the most blonde, most fantastic singers I've ever heard. She did a Moody Blues song. She sang Nights in White Satin.
Oh, really?
Brought the house down.
Yeah, that's a tough one to sing.
She was
Pepper.
and every song she did was just terrific.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced they almost put her through to the very end, but there was another guy on there that was a comedian or something. There were a lot of good people they have on that show.
Yeah.
But as a singer, she just didn't quite make it.
Right.
But I thought she's got such
Yeah.
a great voice.
Let me ask you this, and I have to admit, I did not like this girl the first or second time I heard her. I was like, eh. But then I realized, I woke up one day and I was like, oh my God, this woman is like there, and nobody else is where she's at. Amy Winehouse. What did you think of her?
She's pretty good. Her particular style just doesn't appeal to me all that much. But I get where you're coming from.
She's original.
Yes, absolutely. How about that girl?
Oh, we saw the Association.
Oh, okay. They're still around.
They were in Timonium. He says he lives in Timonium.
How about Sia?
They were at the
She's a new singer. She did that song, I Want to Swing from the Chandelier.
No, I don't know her. I haven't heard her name. Oh, there's a girl. What's that girl's name? Oh, man, she makes me crazy with that song. What's her name? I can't think of her name. The song is Stop My Heart. Stop My Heart? Stop My Heart.
So, I might know it to hear it.
Stop My Heart. You Stop My Heart. Oh, it's so good. All right, what about like one-hit wonders? Give me.
Oh, Zager and Evans.
Yeah,
The year
yeah.
2520.
How about Shannon?
Yeah.
Shannon has gone, I know. You know
Yes.
On
I
that?
remember that.
Yeah.
Now,
What else you got?
One hit wonders. Jeez, put me on the spot here. You know, if you name one, I'll remember it, but it's tough to think of them.
Doctor's orders say there's only. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else? I'll tell you something else that I've, again, through YouTube. I've come to the conclusion that the Bee Gees might be better than the Beatles.
Better than the Beatles?
That they're at least equal to the Beatles.
I like a lot of the Bee Gees songs. I have a couple of their albums.
No, but they're really, 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 really good, and they might be as good as the Beatles. And I consider the Beatles the best, but they could be. They're in their realm, and they could be a little less good or a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't know. At this point, it's they're edging the Beatles out a little. I don't know if you know the song "In the Morning." A lot of people have done that song. In the morning, I will. Nina Simone does a great version, but it was written by what's the main Bee Gee? Barry Gibb.
Oh, okay.
It was written by him, and it's a great song. In the morning, it talks about the morning of my life. It's the morning of my life, and it talks about as you get older, and it's a great song.
What do you think about Adele?
I liked her Chasing Payments a lot. That was the first one she came out with. I haven't. The other stuff hadn't really caught on with me.
Yeah. So she had that big hit just like 6 months ago.
She did.
Hello from the Outside, where she did a concert, and it's a very, very good song.
Now I don't like country very much, but I like John Prine.
I've heard of him. I probably know him to hear him.
Got some good
I've never
songs.
been a big country fan.
Yeah, I'm not into country. Big into folk though.
Yeah.
Like the Byrds.
Right. Yes, the Byrds are good. Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Kingston Trio.
Yeah. Michael Row Your Boat Ashore. That was one.
Oh yeah.
Michael Row Your Boat Ashore. Hallelujah. Michael Row the boat ashore. Hallelujah.
There is some help.
Yeah, I forgot some of the words. So what else can we do for the YouTube people?
That's for the YouTube people. I don't know.
What have we learned in our generation that we can impart on these little youngsters out here?
The youngsters, I tell you what I've learned.
You lucky son of a guns with all these stuff you got out here now.
But what I would recommend to them, and it's going to make me sound like an old fogey, put down the damn cell phone.
All right.
Stop flicking it and looking at it every 5 seconds, especially when you're walking or you're driving, because you're going to kill somebody.
Right.
Nothing's that important.
And I don't understand needing to communicate to a social media network every 5 seconds because your friend just went into a store to buy a set of spoons or went to get some toilet paper.
Right.
I've seen people tweet the stupidest stuff on Twitter and Facebook. Basically, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole Twitter thing.
I don't.
Twitter or tweeter, I don't know anything about. I don't know what that is.
It's basic. It's text only. It's 140 characters limited. But you can have a whole group of friends on Twitter, and if you have your account open, anybody can read it. The president can read it.
And nobody calls anybody anymore. They just text.
Yeah, they text. If people sit in a restaurant next to one another and they text each other, and they're sitting right next to another.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to stop this tape, then I'm going to start another one.